Mic check, check. 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's your man back here, Melodic Mike, coming in doing Google Hangouts as requested by a few of the viewers, um, and hopefully people will be able to join. I know it was last minute. I posted on my Facebook just a few days ago, and it was in my last video that I posted. And it's Halloween, so everybody is getting all dolled up and I want to say getting ready for tonight and doing what they have to do. So I'm not having any expectations. If you guys have noticed and you've gone back on my videos, I don't hold expectations for others. I only hold expectations for myself. So if you just join on my Facebook and you see the link, go ahead and click. If you're just watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining in. If you are just a little too shy and you don't want to join in, you just want to listen to whoever's going to join me or just hear me rant for the next few minutes or so, we'll test this out. If nobody joins within the next like 10 15 minutes, then we'll reschedule this. We'll just throw this out live and continue on. But if we do have people who join in and they would like to have conversations pertaining to just anything, dating, relationships, friendships, life, about you, I mean, you name it, I'm here. You know what this community is all about. What we started to do here is, um, you know, help me, help you, help all of us in this community. I feel as though there's a lot of people who have great hearts, but don't necessarily want to put themselves out there just yet, which is absolutely fine. When you do, just letting you know, when you do feel comfortable in putting yourself out on a platform like YouTube, be prepared. It's the first thing I'm going to tell you, be prepared, because you'll get people who love the things you say, and damn it, you will get people who will just hate, and very few people are in between where they can not agree with what you say, but still respect the fact that you do have thoughts and opinions. And let's go ahead and just touch upon that real quick, as more people are clicking in right now, and not wanting to join the conversation, but just want to watch. Hey, everybody. But so I've noticed that a lot of times where I post videos and it might not be exactly what a person is looking for. Now, look, when you go on YouTube and you type into certain things, titles and stuff like that, on the things that relate to you and what you're going through, there's going to be difference of opinions. There's going to be so many views of ways of dealing with certain things. Respect it. Number one, just respect the fact that someone has the balls to put themselves out there to want to help other people and to state their opinions, not necessarily to hurt someone, but to at least provide and give guidance towards a better life. There's times where people have bashed on me for some of the things I've said. And I granted, I may have been naive. I may have not had all the answers or all the information, but it doesn't mean that my intentions weren't great or in good notion. So yeah, give a little slack. You know what I mean? Like, just respect the fact that people are out here trying, working hard on just uplifting one another and motivating one another. Now, I see your people checking out my Facebook and logging in. People, people looking on that Google Plus. I've noticed that more people are adding me on Google Plus. Keisha, what's going on, Miss Keisha? Go ahead and click on in if you're not too shy and you want to join in on the conversation. Let me know if the link works. We are live broadcasting here on Ask Melodic Mike. I'm going to be aiming to do I want to do this at least once a month. And the reason for that is there's a lot of people who are trying to pick my brain and been really wanting to know where, where this whole thing came about, and just a lot of questions. And it's hard. I'm telling you this right now. I never, and you've seen me say this in videos in the past, I've never imagined so much response and so many people showing so much love, and even just willing to trust my advice or trust my opinion with their situation. And so flooded with emails, flooded with messages. And some of you guys, I know, I'm going to be really upfront and frank. Some of you guys are like, whoa, I sent you that message like a year ago. I mean, unfortunately, I got back. This is when I got back to you. Um, I've really, I can't say diligently, but I've worked hard. I'm trying to stay on top of people, but no disrespect to anybody across the board. I do. There's some people who I don't want to say life-threatening, but are going through some really, really troubling times, and I will say that I am putting them, some of them, a priority, higher on the priority, just because of what they've shared with me, and wanting to really get them at a point where they're good with themselves before I continue on. So yes, if you feel as though I'm short with my emails or short with my messages back to you, I apologize. But I really want to take time and consideration for each person who took the time to write me a message or write me an email, and just slowly but surely just getting back to you guys. So I appreciate the just patience with that. And for all you guys that kind of got butthurt, that instant gratification, or why didn't you get back to me quicker, blah blah. I apologize. That's my fault. I'm not gonna blame anybody else. But I really never imagined this to just really get out there like that. So I appreciate the love. Let's see here, man. As you can tell, I'm a little under the weather working with foster youth, probation youth, or any kind of youth as a child care worker, or in that realm. You can catch so many different sicknesses. So yeah. Speaking of child care worker, I did want to speak about the situation. I believe it's in South Carolina. In the video about that police officer, or that one officer that worked in the school, and I think a majority of the people here in the States has seen the video, how he used his force to get a youth out of their chair. It's a her, I believe. She got out of her chair, her chair in the classroom, and like slammed her and threw her across the room and put her down. And it was videotaped by another youth. And I wanted to speak about that. Now, the officer at the end of the day got fired. Okay? I know a lot of people messaged me and asked me what's my opinion on it. Look, as a child care worker, you have to be able to look at both sides of the story. And what I say by that is, okay, let's take a look at the officer's point of view, and then let's take a look at the youth's point of view. Okay? But before that, let's set the precedents. Number one, from what I've read so far, what I've gathered, anybody else want to add more information, give it to me, send it my way. What I've gathered was youth was on their phone, I think, and they wouldn't stop doing something, texting or whatever it was. Okay, so it wasn't part of the classroom. It wasn't teacher asked, put the phone away or whatever, or put the whatever they're on, put it away. Kid said no, being defiant, and supposedly somebody else was being called in to help with the situation, and the kid was defiant against not necessarily just the teacher, but then somebody else, another leadership staff, or another, I guess, teacher, or someone above the teacher, supervisor, I guess. And then the third strike was bringing the officer in to take care of the situation and either take the youth out, or the youth was finally going to give up the phone or whatever. Push comes to shove. Kid was defiant. Kid said no. Kid just sat there. Officer, asked, the kid to get out, or try to remove the kid. Then next thing you know, forcefully took the kid from her desk or whatnot. And if you take a look and put it in slow mo, you didn't really grab the youth. The youth fell, when the officer lifted up the chair, the youth like kind of stood up at the same time and flipped, and then the officer took the youth and put him or her, I want to say it's a she, on the ground where there was nothing that can fall on them or whatnot, and then yeah, did what detained. Now, here's my issue. Was it excessive? I believe, yeah, he's excessive. It was excessive. Okay, granted, wanting to get the situation done. But let's look before that. Could this have been prevented? See, the problem I have with this whole situation is that all these people that jump on social media and all this talking about police brutality, yada yada yada, and all this stuff, right? That the cop is wrong, force, blah blah. Look, I get it. I agree, excessive, right? Yeah, excessive. But what was the kid doing? Let's get that. What was the kid doing? Was the kid following direction? Was the kid being prompted prior to this situation happening? Was the kid asked to hand over whatever or put away whatever he or she was playing with? Yes. Right? So, if being a child care worker, I can understand the frustration behind, student, or not the student, but the teacher and the staff and stuff like that. I get it. I get they got to the boiling point and they had to call backup and they had to call this and then this happened. I get it. So it's frustrating. But back to my point. All these people that have been going crazy, typing and crazy, just doing all this stuff about, this cop, this cop, this cop. None of you guys that I've seen so far have stated any type of solution that could have prevented this. This is where I get upset because we are so quick to freaking bitch about everything. We are so quick to complain. We are so quick to point fingers at fault. Like, oh, your fault. You did this. You did that. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. Bitch, 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 bitch. Complain. Yet we never sit here and go, you know what? There could have been a solution, and this is what I think could have been done. So easy to bitch and complain, but nobody provides any solutions. All they want to do is say, cop's fault, excessive force, shouldn't have done it to a kid. That's it. Now the cop's fired out of a job, and it goes on his record. Yeah. And here's the worst part about it. As a child care worker, right, there comes a point where you realize that this next generation of kids are freaking entitled as hell. I mean, all they want is everything to be given to them, provided for them, blah, blah, blah. Part of me, well, let's not say part, majority of how I feel why the kid is being defiant, let's go back. Parents, whoever you are of this child, I'm going to put you at fault. I'm going to blame you. And here's my solution. Why? Because where was the respect? Where was the discipline? Where was the sense of integrity taught to this child? Now this child is going to go out because the officer is now fired. The child's going to be feeling as though I'm on top of the world. I won. I can be defiant. I can argue with authority. I can strike an officer, and that officer is going to get in trouble. I can yell, scream, or curse at an authority figure, and it's going to be okay because I'm going to get my way. Do you understand that? And for all you people bitching about stuff, if you're not a childcare worker or a teacher or someone that has worked with youth, really difficult behavior youth, I don't think you'll get it. I think moms get it. Because moms that stay home and take care of their kids understand, good God, sometimes you are just tired, because your kid's going crazy. And and you have to teach your child. But let's look at the end all be all. What's my solution? Probably you guys are probably saying like, okay, MelodicMic, what do you think the solution could have been? Okay, my solution, or what I think could have prevented or assist or helped out. I think the officer, hopefully there was more officers on campus, call for backup. right? Um, and if he did have backup, waited he hopefully he could have waited patiently, and then clothing escorted the youth out with the partner. You could have clothing redirected the youth, sit this youth outside, and start the conversation of why are you being defiant and why are you not listening to the teacher. That could have been the first option, solution per se. Now, if the officer was the only officer on duty on that campus, is there another way of dealing? Yeah, there comes to a point where conversing with the youth isn't going to work, right? Um, so what do you do? Do you take, could you excuse the class so the youth is in the room by themselves and just excuse the class outside with the teacher? That could have been something. Could you have asked the teacher to help out by redirecting the student? Possibly. Could you have called the parents and notify the parents that your son or daughter is being defiant, and this is the reason why they're being defiant? And worst of all, you could have called the parents to pick up the kid. And if parents are working full time, oh hell! If I remember, if my mom or dad had to come and pick my ass up in the middle of them working, my ass is getting handed to me when I get home. Handed to me. Discipline, yeah, that's what we call it back then. Um, and think about it. How much is that going to suck? Because if you have to call the parents have to leave work early to pick up their defiant kid. They don't get paid. They're going to be pissed off, and the kid's going to probably get disciplined, and who knows in what way, right? Now, am I condoning physical violence? No. Am I condoning discipline? Yes. There's different ways of disciplining your child. We talk about old school traditional discipline, and I know you guys that are 30 plus years old under. When you hear me say traditional, old school disciplining, you already know. I don't even have to describe it. Um, so yeah, so those are a few things, but what the officer did, do I condone it? Excessive force? No. Do I understand? Completely. Yes, I do understand when you get to that point. Like I said, not saying I condone his violent, excessive force of pushing the kid or whatnot, but I understand. I truly do. Um, and so, I think we have to look at the bigger picture in the future here. The future of the officer, what's going to happen next. Is he going to be able to work somewhere, stuff like that? And that's unfortunate. He's doing his job. He was asked to come in after the kid was defiant with two other staff and then struck him. Like, okay, real quick, anybody here, if you struck an officer, what the hell do you think happens to you? Face on the pavement? Okay, someone must understand that, right? You never strike an officer. And so, damn, I'm surprised that some of you guys are so like crazy about it. So, um, it's unfortunate, that situation. And then I read somewhere else that some kids jumped a 60 or a kid beat up a 60-year-old teacher. Are you serious? Or they jumped a teacher? I gotta look at this article again. But a student knocked out a 62-year-old teacher. Where the F is the respect for your elders and authority at? Maybe there was more to it. I don't know. Maybe there was more physical violence between it or something like that. But whatever happened to respecting your elders? 62. Mm, you know, it's it's sad. As a child care worker, I'm dealing with some of my foster youth, stupid, stupid behaviors. I mean, I have a few who are just off the wall, just loud, obnoxious, don't want to listen to anyone, push and pull, like yell, scream, curse at you, they push you to your limits, and then later on, they want to be chummy chummy with you because they need something. Boo hoo, I need something. So can you get it for me? So so you're telling me that a kid, 8 to 12 years old, can curse at you, push you, yell at you, scream, be obnoxious, cause an uproar, in your classroom, in your house, or whatever. and you're just gonna sit there and take it? Maybe our society, maybe our government, maybe just needs to come up with ways of teaching kids about discipline, teaching parents how to discipline their kids. Maybe there needs to be a company that just needs to show that. Maybe there needs to be a collaboration from everybody across the board where it's school administration, police officers, firefighters, the government, child care workers, whatever. I'm just thinking off the cuff right now. Maybe we need to come across the board on how we can teach our kids to not be defiant, to stop being defiant, to understand and show some respect and damn discipline, and learn teaching everybody across the board what disciplining is. Because everybody has this thing. It's a gray area because sometimes it's too much disciplining. It's borderline beating your child's ass. It's yeah, I mean it's so weird because everybody was raised differently. Everybody was disciplined differently. But you want to put one type of discipline as bad. Because when you hear the word discipline, it has such a negative connotation to it. Like, oh man, you got discipline, meaning you got your ass whooped. Well, sometimes disciplining is getting your ass whooped, and sometimes disciplining is learning from that ass whooping, right? For all you that are got the traditional disciplining, you would understand. So I don't know how many times myself, even my coworkers, have told a lot of our youth, but man, back in my day, and we use this sentence all the time, back in my day, my ass would have been handed to me acting the way you act right now. These kids, they don't know. And we're setting themselves up for failure. I'm telling you. And for you parents, they're just being friends with your kids because you don't know any better, or you just want to be cool, that cool parent, or you don't want to like put your kids in check because you don't want to hear them cry. You're not helping. You're doing a disservice to them, and you're gonna see, and we're all gonna feel it as we get older when this next generation moves up into the working world. On one, how lazy they are. Two, how undisciplined they are. Three, how much they want instant gratification. And four, how motivated they're not because everything's being handed to them. Everything. Technology has given them an outlet of, ugh, I got this, I got this, I got this. And so all they want is instantly gimme, gimme, gimme. But they're not willing to, one, put in the work, and two, give across the board. Like, for instance, we had an event for my foster youth last night, and I heard not one out of the 32 kids that we work with, I didn't hear a single thank you to any of the volunteers, to any of the staff, for the food, for the games, for the prizes, nothing. And granted, like, you see one side, you're like, well, they're doing it out of their kindness of their heart, and yada, yada, yada. They shouldn't expect people to say thank you or show gratitude. You're right. They shouldn't, because they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. But how many times have you done stuff and someone just kind of like takes it and runs and doesn't say thank you, and you gone, damn, man, they didn't say thank you. It's just showing kindness and gratitude, and showing that you appreciate the things other people are doing for you. It's not hard to say thank you. It's not hard to be sincere. It's not hard to be genuine. You just gotta want to do it. Now, a lot of people do. This next generation, without being taught to say please and thank yous, they gonna jack it up. Without the disciplining and the teaching, these parents that, parents of my generation, my age, should be teaching their kids. Hey, we're setting them up for failure. You, parents, 25 and up, right now, teach your kids how to say please and thank you. And for those who are doing that, thank you. I appreciate you for stepping up to the plate. But this next generation, I'm telling you, I tell my foster kids all the time when I work with them, I'm like, I'm scared for you guys. I really am. And they're like, why? Why are you so scared? I'm like, because you guys don't understand what hard work's all about. And I'm not going to tell you any more stories, because until you go out there and get a job and see that not everybody's going to give you, everything that you desire, everything that you want, that you actually have to use a little bit of elbow grease at your work in order to get paid, or not, you're going to get fired, and then you don't have money to pay for your rent, and then you're going to be homeless, and then you don't have money to pay for food, so you're going to be hungry, and you're going to be bitching and complaining about life because your ass didn't want to listen to anybody when you were younger. Just we're all looking to help each other out, and if you guys don't want to be part of it, then you're part of the problem. You know what I mean? So it's cool. Like it's good to have these conversations. It's good to see, people are so riled up about certain things. But let's tie it all back together. So we had this police officer situation. Then we have this teenage who beat up a 62-year-old teacher. What the fuck? So let's think about it. Where is our society going? Right? It's sad. And I'm going to tie it into my mission. Melodic Mike, and I've got they got this question at the hand times, like, Melodic Mike, I thank you so much, but how'd you get inspired to do these videos and put yourself out there? Look, I'm gonna be 100 with you. The reason why I do these videos and these topics and stuff like that is I feel as though these are topics that people talk about, or not talk about, they feel it's in their head, and nobody's willing to talk about it because it's not, what you call it, it's one of those conversations kind of like, I don't want to touch upon it, but I need to. I need to get some sort of perspective. I need to get something. Somebody talk about it. It's about feelings. It's about emotions, and most people don't want to deal with their feelings and emotions. And so I challenge myself. It's just what it is. I put myself out there, and I might be right on some things. I might be wrong on some things, but I'm gonna put my 2 cents out there. As long as I'm speaking from my mind, my heart, you're gonna get the best of me. And I'm sick of these, like, people who who just take advantage of things. Like, I mean, if you had a chance to get to know me and watch me over the years, to be honest, like, think about it. I've been consistent, 214 videos deep. I'm consistent with my shit. And I apologize for my cursing, but it's true. I'm doing this because I genuinely want to see our society grow. I genuinely want to see people just do better for themselves. I genuinely want to see people help other people out. And in order for that to do so, someone has to spark that flame, right? Tyrese is the man. When I follow Tyrese's Instagram, I ain't ashamed to say it, and he said something about he was he may not be the one who changes the world, but he may be the one who sparks the person who changes the world. And damn it, I'm going to do that too. I don't need to be a celebrity to do so. You can be an everyday person. I am an everyday freaking person. I work out, I eat clean, clean, not clean all the time, clean. I enjoy going out, I enjoy dancing. I'm an average person who goes out and has fun. It doesn't mean that I can't go out and help people out. And you guys already know. I am here to be a vessel for the good Lord to work through. I'm not looking to, like, push my agenda or any kind of agenda, or my faith on anybody. I live it. I live it. That's it. I live it. You guys know I'm a Catholic Christian. I live it. I don't talk about it. I just do. So, continue with this ride with me. It's been 30 minutes in. I know I've been ranting. I appreciate you guys just being here. For some of you guys that didn't want to join in on the live and chit chat back and forth, absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. We'll do this again, like I said, once a month. And the more I do this, I'm hoping the more people feel comfortable and wanting to talk to me and want to have a dialogue about just anything. I don't care if you're going through something and you just need advice and you want to hear different perspectives from myself and the people, the panel that will be joining, and whatnot, or you just feel as though you need to get stuff off your chest you think that other people um, will need to hear, or feel as though it's something good and wholesome, they should hear it. Use this platform. That's all it's all about. Help me, help you, help all of us grow in this community. And so I appreciate everything. I appreciate all you. You'll continue to follow me. I appreciate you guys just riding with me, understanding what I'm doing. I'm not, I'm looking to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would love for us to be able to reach out, and I would love to be on shows, TV shows, just to talk about what the hell I'm doing. And even though it's simple, I'm not a comedian, so I'm not gonna get like that type of flow with that type of people, always subscribing to comedians. I'm not a singer, so I know people that do covers have a lot of subscribers. This is gonna be a slow, continual movement. But I can't do it alone. I need you guys. I want you guys to be part of this journey, just like this train that's about to come across right now. Um, Wait for it. Nice. And so I just, I would love to be on Steve Harvey's show. If anybody has connects to him, please put it out there. I would love to be on Wendy Williams' show. I would love to be on Ellen. I would love, and the reason why, here's the reason why. And whoever sees this, hopefully you understand why. I want to be able to go on these shows and just show that there are still good people, average, hardworking people in this world that just want to make a difference. And I don't need celebrity status. If I get it, cool. If I get famous, cool. If I whatever. But my whole goal is to serve and serve and serve. So continue to join me on this mission. Continue to pay it forward. Pass any of my videos to anybody out there, and just ride and grind. All right. So I thank you all for watching. This will be on YouTube, obviously, so you can go back to it anytime. I'm looking to do this Ask Melodic Mic each month. I'll do more prep work, as in give you more advance on dates on the day of each month that we'll do. And I also would like to ask one last thing. Can you all please pray? Just keep me in your prayers. Keep my cousin-in-law and I in your prayers, because we're about to embark on something big, potentially big. We don't know how far this is going to go, but potentially big. And I'd just love to have your prayers. If you can keep me in your prayers, keep my cousin-in-law, Michael, also in your prayers, and we'll see where the good Lord takes us. All right. So, again, thank you for the love and support. I love you all. Until next time, stay blessed, and we'll do this again soon. All right. Cheers.